this tutorial, I want to show you how easy it is to import your immune repertoire data that you have pre-processed with some other software like MiXCR, for example, or Cell Ranger into Platforma. Let's start with creating a new project. I'm going to call it import from TSV. And now, instead of adding FASTQ files, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a few datasets from TSV tables of different format. I'm going to start with MiXCR. So this is the file with the standard output of MiXCR command line tool. So I'm going to add it and call this dataset MiXCR output. Now, right away, I'm going to create a couple of more datasets. These are the files with the ImmunoSEQ format, which is the standard output for adaptive technologies. I'm going to add these files and name it ImmunoSEQ format. And finally, one more file, which is just a custom table that you might sometimes see. This is to show you how any table can be used, well, any clonotype table can be used as an import of Platforma. So this is just a table that has CDR3 sequences, V, D, and J genes. And I'm gonna call it custom format. That's it. Now I'm gonna run. All of the files are uploaded. So if you want to import the immune repertoires from TSV tables, you're gonna use the import VDJ data block. And I'm gonna add one to the project right now. In the settings, first of all, we're gonna select one of the datasets. We're gonna start with MiXCR output right here. And in the data format, I can select the format of the file, and you can see there are some of the formats that we have built in, as well as the custom one, which we will talk about a little bit later. So for this one, I'm going to select MiXCR bulk. I'm only going to leave TCR beta chain, and that's it. I'm going to click run. That's it. Just like that, the data has been imported. We see the number of clonotypes, UMIs, and reads. Now let's repeat this action for two other datasets that we have here. We're going to go with ImmunoSEQ and select this format. This is also TCR beta. You can see the columns that will be imported. I'm going to click run. And you see that now for each of the file of this format, the clones have been imported. And finally, the import VDJ data block for the custom format. And here I'm going to select custom, and now the minimal requirement for a table to be used as an import is that you should have a CDR3 sequence, both amino acid and a nucleotide, V and J gene names, and a column with counts for each clone. This table contains TCR alpha chains, and now I'm going to select for CDR3 amino acid sequence, I'm going to use the CDR3 peptide column. For nucleotide sequence, CDR3 nucleotides. For V gene, the name is V, for J gene J. And then primary count type is reads, and the column with the reads is copy. Now, if you have other columns, you can also parse them. For example, if your file, if your table contains a full VGJ region, you can always go to optional columns and in the sequence, select a column which has the full VGJ region nucleotide sequence from the list. And now I'm just going to click run. And you see that the data has been imported. Now, what we can do, we can look at this data. Let's add the Clonotype browser. And in the Clonotype browser, we can select a data set. And for example, we can look at the ImmunoSEQ format. So this is the data that we imported from the ImmunoSEQ tables. And you can also select MiXCR output here. This is the MiXCR table, the same for custom. That is practically it. Now you can use the output of these blocks in the same way as if you would have used the output of MiXCR clonotyping block. For example, let's add repertoire diversity block and calculate the repertoire diversity for the ImmunoSEQ format files. I'm going to click run. And you see the diversity metrics are calculated. I can go to the graph, see the diversity metrics on the graph, and change the type of the plot. So any kind of analysis that you can do with immune repertoires, any kind of downstream analysis is now possible. That's it. Thank you for watching.